This train is for Beckton.
Alright, so the plane just landed before I was able to put the other lens on, but here it is. Look at that. I'm going to show you my POV now. First of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my tripod out. But before I get my tripod out, I'm actually just going to put my lens on. So the wind's facing that way, so I'm going to face away from the wind so I don't get dust in the sensor. I'm going to take the lens off. Going to face it down, make sure we don't drop it. The plane has just landed, I missed it, but so this is the lens on. The lens cap on, put it in here. And then I'm going to put it on the tripod right here. I'm going to put it on we're going to make it higher. And then we're all set up. We can now just film plane spotting at London Sea Airport. I'm going to use this mic to prevent wind. The mic I'm using right now, this is going to be my camera tripod setup. Alright, so we're now plane spotting with the camera now. I've got my DJI mic on. I'm going to use that for audio to prevent wind sound. And usually in my plane spotting videos, I never really speak in the plane spotting videos, but this time I'm actually going to speak in the video to make it more interesting. And I'm going to say where the plane's heading to. So yeah, it should be make for an interesting video. So I'm going to be tracking this London British Airways plane. Alright, so the next plane is heading towards Barcelona, British Airways plane. We're going to watch that take off now. Right, since I've updated my phone, it's giving me issues. Look, I've updated to iOS 26 and just really laggy now. I'm trying to use Flight Radar 24 and phone's giving me issues. I should not have updated to iOS 26. iPhone 12, older phone, but it's not really doing well with iOS 26. But maybe I think it's just temporarily. Alright, so the next plane that we're seeing right here is heading to Zurich in Switzerland. So yeah, let's record that takeoff. The only issue is a bit windy. It's making the camera jitter a little bit. So the only problem is that we're facing towards the sun, so the shutter speed is quite high, unless I put it in shutter priority or so, aperture priority. Alright, so the next plane that's getting ready to take off is a British Airways plane going to Belfast. We'll take a look at the ETA that's getting ready to take off as well. We'll get a static shot of it. Got a 300mm lens. You can see everything that's zoomed into 300mm as well. On the APS-C camera, that's equivalent to 450mm. So we're getting quite a big zoom. It's a hot day. It's late September and it's 25 degrees today. I think it's the last day of summer that we're going to get this month. Before that Belfast plane takes off, this Amsterdam plane is going to land here, coming from Amsterdam. So let's get a shot of that. The good thing about the EVF is that I can look directly in it because the sun's too bright for the screen. I can just look directly in the EVF and I can see it without the glare from the sun, which is amazing. I can see the plane clearly as if I'm watching it from the screen. This is going to be a different plane spotting to my other videos. Usually I just record the planes take off, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk in it and I'm going to get various shots of the airplanes that are about to take off as well. So you can see the crew working there. Good thing about this lens, you can see proper zoomed in. You can see them go right into the aircraft, load in the luggage. Right, I think the Belfast plane's ready to take off now. We're going to get a shot of that. So look at that, we can see the plane turn as well. We're looking directly at the plane in the sky. Usually I stop recording after this, but I'm going to carry on recording it. So this is also me getting familiar with the A6700, which is my new camera. I've been doing a few street photography PLVs recently, which I'm going to upload. It should probably be uploaded by the time I record this, but the plane's gone behind the building now. Now we can just get shots of the surrounding area. So you can see the Asda look. You can see the Asda truck right there, Asda van. It's crazy because I cannot even tell it's the Asda van without the camera, but with the camera lens, you can see directly. It was actually unbelievable. And you can see the Shard right there. You can see Canary Wharf right there. You can see the one kind of the square building with the flashing light on top. You can see HSBC. You can even see the cable cars, which is over there, which is down North Greenwich, that side. So you can see the cable cars so clearly. From here, I can see it from a distance. It's quite hard to see. Like, I'm even standing far from the camera. The good thing about this lav mic, I can just speak, and I can't even see the cable cars with my naked eye because of how too sunny. But when I look to the camera, actually insane. I'm gonna decrease the shutter speed a little bit. We've got ITA getting ready to take off, which I think is going to Milan in Italy. You're gonna see that taxiing in the runway. You can actually see some people put the windows down, some people have not. I've been plane spotting with this lens in Heathrow. For having them plane spottings like this, where I get proper shots of the aircraft. I was plane spotting in London Sea Airport. We can actually see a Heathrow plane, which has just come from Malaysia. That's the cool thing. We're actually plane spotting other aircrafts. So this plane's come from Malaysia. It's a Malaysia Airlines, which I put on the screen right now. It's heading to London Heathrow right now. It's going to land right there. Let's get a shot of it landing. Good thing about this lens, we can get this shot. That's actually amazing. I'm looking directly in the EVF so I don't get blinded by the sun. If I use the DSLR camera, which is my old Nikon camera, because it's direct mirror going right into my eyes, it's literally direct sunlight going right in my eyes. Really hard to look at. With this, because it's an EVF, electronic viewfinder, there's no direct sun going to my eyes. It's basically a screen, because it's a mirrorless camera. You can see that Malaysia plane landing in Heathrow. ITA is taking off now. Let's get a shot of it. Going to Milan. Look how clear that photo is. Video, I mean. Like, I'm zoomed in, looking through the viewfinder. Plane's going to Milan right now. Now it's turning. Alright, that's the plane that's going to Milan. Right, now that's a British Airways plane coming from Dusseldorf, going to Heathrow right now. And we're tracking it right over London City Airport. See, the sun's right in the viewfinder, but because it's a screen, I'm not being blinded by the sun. So it's a DSLR, I'll be blinded by the sun. But we can't record with a DSLR like that while we're zoomed in. So that plane is right now over South London right now. It's over Southwark right now. And we're plane spotting it from London City Airport. Oh, we lost focus. Alright. It's so clear. I wonder if we can track it as it flies over the South London area. So it's right now. I have to look at the phone, and when I look at the phone, I lose track of the aircraft. Maybe if we see an A380 go there, that would be so sick. Right, you can see the ground crew at the plane over there. Quite a lot with these lenses, isn't it? Now we're going to go to the next plane. See what the plane's lined up. You can see what's going on. See, look, that's got a tanker right next to the plane. That means I think they're filling up the fuel for the plane. And over here, we can't really see much here because it's so sunny. And that's pretty much it. Got the road. And we've got Canary Wharf over there. We've got the cable car. We can see the cable car quite clearly as well. Let's follow that van. I mean, this is a plane spotting video. Let's focus on planes. Right, that's an Air Dolomiti plane coming from Frankfurt in Germany. Let's just get a shot of that. Because there's nothing to film, so I'm just going to get a shot of that landing. It's right now over Thames Mead, which is in southeast London, and that's going to come over to London City Airport. So, shot of it. I think it's a bit too far, considering we've got a 300mm lens. You can see the plane quite clearly, even though it's really far away. So it sounds like a plane is getting ready to take off here. Right, Air Dolomiti from Frankfurt. That is loud. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, how loud that was in the mic, but you've got to be here to hear it. Now let's just track this whole plane actually go and park up and film it. You can probably even see the people actually come off the plane, but it depends where it parks up. Sometimes it might park up at a jet bridge, or it might just have stairs going to the aircraft. As you can see, the plane's parking up as the next plane is leaving. I'm not sure where it's going yet. I need to check the flight radar app, which I'm going to check now. I think it's heading to Milan. So this aircraft that's coming from Frankfurt. We're going to just see it park up at the we need to park up. As you can see, that bus is getting ready to take the passengers from the aircraft, as you can see, but the plane is on the other side, so we won't really see that, but we'll see the other plane taking off. Right, next is a KLM coming from Amsterdam. Ooh, looks like it's a bit windy for that plane. Next is a plane going to Milan, British Airways plane. That's going to turn and then it's going to go out of shot, out of frame. It's turning quite quickly. Then we're going to get a shot of the next plane that's going to take off. Next we've got a Rotterdam plane going to the Netherlands, so let's get a shot of that. British Airways plane. Right, next ETA plane getting ready to take off, going to Rome. You can actually see the window blinds in the plane. Probably see even the passengers in the plane. Shot of that bird. And next we also got a Flixjet, which is going to Berlin. Look at that plane. Crazy. Right, ETA going to Rome, ready to take off. My battery is 29% on my camera now, and I've also got 29 minutes of recording space left on my SD card. I'll get a photo of that right now and I'll display it on the screen. Right, Flixjet heading to Dublin. Right, next we've got British Airways coming from Glasgow. Right, next plane heading to Frankfurt, British Airways. Right, so as you can see, they're unloading the luggage from the KLM plane that landed. You can see they're filling up the fuel for the Air Dolomite plane as well. Next we've got a German Airways plane coming from Amsterdam. British Airways plane coming from Florence in Italy. People are coming off the aircraft now. They're coming down, but you can see the other way. It's facing away from us because obviously the airport's actually that way, the terminal's that way. But you can actually see them. They're gonna go into the actual airport. It's quite mad that you can see from that distance with this lens. Alright, next aircraft going to Amsterdam. Right, next aircraft coming from Dublin. Right, over there you can see a Superloop bus. It's going to, it's the SL2 that's going to North Woolwich. Next aircraft is coming from Edinburgh. Right, over here we actually have a China Southern that's going to Heathrow from Beijing, I think. Coming from China. It's going to Heathrow right now. I just thought I'd film that as well while I'm waiting for other planes to land. Right, so this is This is a Helvetic plane coming from Zurich in Switzerland. Look at that sound. I think that's the plane that landed before and now it's taken off again. It was getting ready, refueled, and now it's going back to Frankfurt, Air Dolomiti. Right, the Helvetic's now parking up at the airport. We've got a British Airways plane coming from Berlin, so let's get a shot of that. Right, you can see someone getting a ladder up to the plane. Quite interesting to get shots like that. You can't really see it from here. I mean, you can, but you can see it much more clearly on the actual lens in the camera. Right, we've got an Air Dolomiti plane getting ready to go to Frankfurt. And we've got a helicopter, let's record that as well. Look at that shot. You can see how the rotor blades are actually moving really slowly. If we change the shutter speed, we could probably make it look even slower. We could probably even make it look like it's suspended. Look at that. Making the shutter speed lower and higher. Look how slow it's moving now. It appears to move really slowly. If we can match the shutter speed with the rotor blades, we can make it look like it's suspended. Look at that, actually insane. We're at a really low shutter speed now, we've got to increase it a little bit. This is also me experimenting with the camera, just to make sure it's so the helicopter's going around, as you can see, making circles. It's coming back towards us. It looks like it's landing in southeast London somewhere, as you can see. Looks like it's descending. Right, we've got the Air Dolomiti taken off now, we're going to get a shot of that. Right, Air Dolomiti going to Frankfurt. Let's get this shot. Look at that contrail and the reflection. Actually insane. See, if I move the tripod around by accident, because of the IBIS in this camera, it doesn't really look too bad. Whereas my old Nikon, which my D3500, it would just shake a lot. It's got no IBIS. Some lens you can get lens stabilization. I've actually sold that camera now. Now I've got this A67 camera. And I used to do the planes point with that camera, then I upgraded that because that's only 1080p. Right, battery's now 11% on the camera, as you can see, right there. It's quite mad I can get the shot of the viewfinder with this Osmo Action. So this is my setup, but this power bank actually saved me. I just got this recently from AliExpress. Good thing about this power bank, it supplies 9 volts. Meaning I can charge my camera, because with my normal power bank I can't charge this camera because it's only supports 9 volts, but I can now charge my camera with 9 volts with this Base US power bank. Really good, supports fast charging, even good for my phone, like it charges fast. So this is my setup. I'm gonna carry on filming for a bit before I pack up. So I've got my 70-300, really good setup. Next we've got an ETA coming from Milan, which is just landing. Right, next we got Logan Air coming from Isle of Man. Let's get a shot of that. This aircraft's unique. Let's change the shutter speed to match the rotors. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just keep it. Right, next we've got LOT Airlines coming from Vilnius in Lithuania. Let's get a shot of that. It's actually a Polish airline. The helicopter's now taken off. Right, next we've got a Lux airplane coming from Luxembourg. Let's get a shot of that landing. Alright, so that plane was a British Airways plane going to Dublin. I actually recorded that in slow-mo, but because I recorded it in slow-mo there was no sound. But next aircraft that we got is a KLM going to Amsterdam, which I believe Right, next we've got a plane from Thessa. It's a long name that I can't pronounce it, so it's going to be too long to pronounce. Thessa Longs. Right, last but not least, we've got a Dublin plane going to Dublin. It's going to be my last takeoff because I'm going to pack up. Right, plane spotting is now complete. I just put my tripod away, and yeah, I'm just gonna carry that now. It's a really nice sunset. Conveniently, we got another plane taken off. So I put my tripod away. Helvetic. I should have filmed that actually, but I put it away now. You get a wide-angle shot of it though. Look at that, in the London skyline. So I'm going to get some slow-mo footage as well of me going back, testing this camera more. Right, we actually have an Etihad A380 going above London Sea Airport right now. I should have filmed that, but I've already put my tripod and the lens away. I could have just kept my tripod on for 3 minutes more and I could have got all those plane shots. I filmed enough today anyway. German Airways plane's taken off. Let's get a slow-mo shot of it. Right, so at least I got a slow-mo shot taken of that photo. So this is the area down here. So this is the area. Alright, so we're going to go back to the station. This is my DJI mic, as you can see, right over there. I'm going to go back to the station, which is Royal Albert Docks. Look at that, actually insane. Sunset. Then go to the DLR station. See, your planes are still taking off. Can you see it from here? It sounds like it's landing. Probably see it. Look at that. What plane was that? Let me just check that. That was a KLM. As you can see, I record some cinematic B-roll while I go back just to see what it's like filming with this camera.
This is Beckton Park. This train is for Tower Gateway. The next stop is Royal Albert.